Freaking living accessories of this car be like brand new. Let's pop the hood. Alright, so we got inside, we went around. Let's see if I can do this one hand. I never done this. I'm not a vlogger, Paul, alright? I'm an artist. I just graduated, bachelor's in illustration. Well, fine art. Alright, so let's look at the motor here. Let's see. Alright, here, let's get it back up here. Let's back up. Standard output 5.0. Alright, things that I had done. K&N. I got rid of the snorkel inside, you know, that snorkel bladder thing, Reaganomics. Alex and I took that out, I think, the first Thanksgiving of having this. So it has a factory cold air intake, which is nice. It got a little louder, and I don't know, probably just got louder. Windshield wiper fluid works. The battery was new when I got the car. I think the radiator was pretty fresh. It was just put in, so that was 2 years ago. Mice like to live right, and the mice like it right here at night. So I'll find little bits of scat. I always have to clean off the top of this block. But you see, everything's basically original. I always have Mike's Garage lube up the throttle for me during the summer, so I can really start. You know, I like to have a good time in this car. Cast iron, exhaust manifolds. You can see them down there. New spark plugs, new distributor, new cap, or I mean jacket. Mike did a tune-up on this. They're good. They live down the street, and they work down the street. Mike's Garage. They do a nice job. So yeah, so the heater core is bypassed. So here's you can see the in and the out, the send and the return for the heater core. So the story short, I brought this in to Marty, who's you know, mom and pop business down in Middletown. I haven't brought this car many times there because they did the exhaust, the Flowmaster exhaust, and they did a shit job. But my family goes to them. All my brothers love them. I mean, they're nice guys, Marty and Justin. They're really great guys. And Marty did the bypass for me in like 15 minutes, and he left a big kink of hose, right? It was a short send return, and it fucking blew. It blew on me. It was kinked. He didn't have any of this bracing. Oh, we have another rain shower. It's like spring. It's like spring right now. This is global warming. So Alex and I went. I was like, fuck it, Paul. I was like, I'm gonna do this the correct way, as long as it has a bypass. And so we went this morning. We did this all today. We got hose, extra tons of hose. We got the support, so it won't kink on itself. And we did it. This is like my first mechanical repair. You're looking at it. So we did extra length. So there's no kinking. It's my car. I drive it. It doesn't come out on the weekends. I mean, it doesn't just come out on the weekend. So I wanted to do something that it would be able to, you know, not explode. So we have a nice long loop just over the throttle intake. I mean, just zip tied it to one of the, you know, breathing tubes here. So that's it. And we drove it around. Seems to be holding up nicely. Nothing coming out onto the bell housing, and looks good. Okay, what else have I done? Well, AC's declutched. Here, the sun is really harsh over here. I don't know if I can hardly see it. Here we come up. AC's declutched. Of course, you can do all sorts of pulleys, aftermarket stuff, and you can lose the AC, all sorts of stuff. But I got you see down here, I got the water pump gasket all nicely done at Mike's. Mike's, they're the good guys I go to. I spent a lot of money on this car. Of course, my brothers think I'm crazy, but you know what? I don't bring the car back because they fucked it up. So that was done. The timing chain was done. Of course, I've probably gone through 2 serpentine belts since I got the car, just from tune-ups. They gave me they put like a bad serpentine belt on over last summer. That was the previous video you might have seen, and it was making a sound, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then when I got the tune-up, they got the new belt on, and it didn't happen. Stock fan. I think it needs a new cap here. I want to get one of those K&N breathing caps. Fuel rails. You know, there's nuts everywhere. I have to get those out. That's always, it's a constant battle with the mice. You know, the mice have all these cars to choose from and a lot. And they always like to, they're living on the top of the motors. All these nuts. I might get some compressed air and blow them out. But, it's, you know, it's pretty handsome, you know. I mean, my if I were you, and this is coming from just an enthusiast and not a mechanic, I would totally take this plenum and then take off, and I would do Edelbrock heads, headers, and then a homemade wide pipe. You know, use the Flowmaster as a good muffler. That'd be sweet. To the engine, you know, I was also looking into getting a slightly bigger intake throttle body. I think it was a 60mm from BBK, and lose the stock stuff. That'd be a lot of fun. And after you do all that, this car would have like maybe 180, maybe close to 200 horsepower. That'd be pretty cool. That was my dream of owning this, was to do all that cool stuff. But now when I have you know, $500 a month in student debt, and my stepdad, who's Irish, is about to have a heart attack. Not good. Strut towers look good. Don't know how much that matters. The shocks probably need to be replaced soon. The fronts are okay. You know, the car's a little soft. If you pull left to right, it does kind of. It feels good. It's a Mustang. You know, it's got the Mustang suspension, so it feels good. But you can start to feel maybe it's a little tired. It's not the same soft ride you get from a modern race car, like my brother's WRX, where you can feel it compress, rebound. You know, feel it compress and then rebound nicely. This car is, you can start to see it's getting a little tired. But it's not. But I still go around the twisties with it, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. Checking my hose here. Yeah, I know, it's a little ugly. But you know what? It had to be done. So that's it. For the most part. I guess I'll start it up again. Let's start it up, and let's see how the camera deals with startup. So let's go ahead and do that. Really nice out. It's like literally spring showers in February. This is the town hall again. Pretty cool. They have all these cool dirt trails back there. It's very nice, very pleasant. Living over here in Haddam is quite nice. It kind of reminds me of California. This Chester is another quaint little town down the street where all the rich young people live. So, all right, I'm gonna fire this up for you, Paul. Oh yeah, of course you got the cool dash. Got the cool dash. Let's get out and look at it. Make sure my hose hasn't exploded yet. Idle is okay. Sometimes it runs rough, sometimes it runs smooth. Just, you know how they are. A little bit of a lopey V8. I don't know if I can take this out with you with a test drive. That would help for my brother. You can listen to the motor's internals working. No, I haven't cammed it. It's a stock cam. So, yeah. You know. Standard like a truck 302. I think they use these in the Explorers, but I think the Explorer got the Mustang high output eventually. So, Cougar was left in the dust, even by a truck. Oh well. So that's mostly it. I just wanted to send this out to you because I know you're looking. I'm anxious only because I'm excited to, you know, of course, have a new car. You know how that is for a 25-year-old. I love this car. This car I love very much. For the longest time that most of the time I've owned it, people have always given me a hard time about owning this car. You know, I drove this, I think last part of junior year and senior year. at art school, I thought the kids were gonna love it, because this is, you know, this stands out from the Mustangs. You know, it's very unique, and that's why I like it. You know, obviously, I mean, look, it has a cat logo. So, as an art student, when I saw this down the street from me, I bought it. It was sold. This was bought and sold down the street from where we live here in Haddam. I was like, I had to have it. So my parents were nice enough to actually lend me the money, just so I can get it into my possession. And then I ended up paying that off, plus the tune-up. The initial tune-up was like another $1,000. So the car has, you know, if all the money I put into this, I could probably have gotten either a lot more cameras, or I could probably have, you know, maybe moved out, or just I could have saved so much. So, of course, you saw the picture of the Toyota. That needs all new shocks. But let me tell you the truth about me wanting also the Toyotas, because if I wanted to start doing my own stuff, like engine repair or modifications, you know, the Toyota is half this motor, you know, and that is just so much more appealing to a novice like me. You know, this is just a little daunting. You know, and I think I want to try simplifying. Also, having the 4x4 is pretty nice, so during the winter I don't have to beg and, you know, oh, I can't show up to work, or, you know, all that crap. But you know, but of course that was a price I paid having the car for, you know, for 2.5 years. Let me show you the VIN. I'm trying to. What the hell's the VIN? It's on the dash, isn't it? Oh, here it is. I can just send this to you. You might not be able to see it. Forget it. I'll just text it to you. So that's it, Paul. That's the Cougar in all its glory. I will upload this and send it your way. If you want to see more, I'd be happy to do it. I have to just go home and I've been teaching classes. I've been working, painting, interior painting. So it's been crazy. And I've been giving my private photography lessons out of my mom's store in Old Saybrook. So this has been crazy. I've been driving the other car, but we just fixed the problem today, so now the car's good to go again. All the center console stuff works. I didn't show you that. You know, it's the auto transmission. That's it. Blower fan needs blower fan needs to be repaired too. It works. What is it? It's the alternator or whatever it's called, blue. Probably from the mice. And the mice have been burrowing, and, you know, the mice really fucked everything up. If I was living on my own, this thing would be in a garage, you know. So I blame my age and not being able to have a effing garage. Our mom has crap in her garage. It's filled with antiques and shit. So, all right, Paul, that's it. I'm gonna send this your way. Check it out. And again, this is my first time doing this thing. I'm not a vlogger or anything, so you have to pardon me. But you know, also all the stuff works. All the dials on the gauge, all the gauge cluster, all works. It functions. It's pretty accurate with detailing, temperature, all that stuff, pressure. That's fine. The dash is fine. So anyway, all right. So let me know what you think of the video. Sorry if it's it's okay. The light's a little harsh. It was cloudy when I left, so it might be hard to see some of the outside footage. But I'll end it there for you. Actually, no, wait, hold on. Let me show you the bottom of the fuel tank, 'cause it's also very clean. There's a fuel tank. It's just dusty. This is the only rust on the car is on the exhaust. It's not stainless. But check it out. Look at this. You can even see the fiberglass or whatever, the stuff when they were making it. It's like right out of the factory. There's still like you know, like the wax markers and stuff. I bet you could come out underneath and you could probably find it. It's really cool. Big sway bar in the back. There it is. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. It's an e-brake cable too, I just noticed. Alright. Oh, the top too, I'll show you that. You want to know blemishes, there's a couple of, like, I think that's from SAP. Can't see it. Here it is. Weather stripping needs to be painted.